tomorrow Real Madrid is going to Anfield to face off Liverpool, of course, who hasn't been that great this season, let's be honest. And we are going to look at both these clubs, how they have been performing, and some of the news around it, of course, Trent, and the predicted lineup. Now I want to start with like, comment, subscribe. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of November, so please help me out and let's get straight into it. Now, let's start with Liverpool's form. Now, this is of course going to be played at Anfield, which is a huge advantage for Liverpool, because I genuinely think if this was played at the Santiago Bernabeu, it would have been a much different game. But it isn't, so we are of course playing away. Now, Liverpool currently sit third in the Premier League, as you can see. And yeah, they have been like not up to par, you know, bro. They spent 500 million. Like they had ekitike 90, Isak 130, Wirtz, oh my days, Florian Wirtz, bro. And I thought you were like a generational talent, you know. In Bundesliga, I watched him almost every single game when they went invincible. But so far, Florian Wirtz, it just hasn't been it, in my opinion. And I'm sure the Liverpool fans agree, because, yo, you are getting trolled online, bro. Like, he's actually getting fucked around online. And rightfully so, in my opinion, bro. You cannot underperform that much when you're 120 million, bro. And same for ekitike has been good, in my opinion. But same for Isak, bro. Like, Isak, he's just not there. He's just not there. And the same goes for Milos Kerkez. Kerkez, bro, like, where are you, bro? You've played your best season last season for Bournemouth in the same league, but you just can't seem to get it right at all. He doesn't know the patterns at all. He doesn't know where to run. He doesn't know how to defend. He doesn't know the defensive shape. He's just all around just lost. He's lost in the system, and Arne slot, I think, has a big part to play in it, because he just complains. The only thing he does is complain. When they lost to Brentford, they were prepared for us. We don't have the bench for the Crystal Palace game to rotate as much as City. You spent 500 million. That's your problem for not having enough depth. Yeah? You could have bought like 20 players with that 500 million. You bought, I don't know, 5? And I didn't even mention Frimpong. What the hell is he doing? You bought Frimpong to be a right back, right back, not a right winger or a right wing back. You completely misjudged his position, completely misjudged his best abilities, and you are using him wrong, the same as Kerkez, bro. Something has to change there, and don't let me even speak on Salah, bro. You are disgusting, and people want to tell me, but he still gets GA, he's okay, he's getting old. What? This guy was supposed to be the Ballon d'Or winner last year for some people. What the hell is you doing, bro? Like I always said, I like Hazard more because the way he plays, but I always respected Salah, that he's better overall because of his output. But when Salah doesn't have his output, oh my god, he stinks. You have to be honest, he stinks on the football pitch. Like, my eyes literally bleed when I watch him, bro. And that's not even like everything. They keep rotating players, like Szoboszlai right back, Bradley's on the bench, then he plays, then Frimpong plays, Szoboszlai's in the midfield. Like, pick a struggle, bro. Literally pick a struggle, and I do think Arsenal is gonna run away with the league, because I genuinely think even City is better than Liverpool, because they have Haaland. Like, Haaland is just too good, bro. Haaland scoring 20 goals, 50 goals by himself in the Premier League, bro. So yeah, their league form and their player form hasn't been that great. And you can see it here, bro. Like, he has 1.8 points in these games, which is 60% success rate, win rate, basically. Which is just isn't good for Liverpool, bro. Look, Klopp had a rough patch here, about 74, 84, 79, 55. They always have that dip in form. But last year, they had 66%, which is not that low. But for this league, when Arsenal is doing this, and you spent 500 million, I would have expected you to be first no matter what. You even beat Arsenal, which I think was a 50-50 game, where Szoboszlai showed brilliance, but you weren't that great. All around, you're so inconsistent, and your defense, Konate has been a part of it as well, which has put me in like a predicament if we actually want Konate or Guehi, because now I would prefer Guehi or Upamecano, bro. I don't know, like, Konate is doing the same shit as Trent done last season, but Konate is really bad. Like, actually, their defense has been awful. Of course, Virgil van Dijk is still great. He is literally saving them on the defensive side. So we will have to watch out for him. It's Van Dijk, bro. Like, he's body checking everybody, bro. Look what he did to Mbappe last year. But, bro, this shit is the worst one. Ryan Gravenberch being your best rated player when you bought Wirtz, Isak, you have Salah, you have Ekitike, you have these big players, these generational talents, the best striker in the world, the best striker in the Premier League. Yeah, man. Sure, bro. And Cody Gakpo's second and Szoboszlai is third. So you just know there's something wrong. And your best scorer in the Premier League, or all around maybe, this is maybe even all around, 4 goals has Salah, you know. How many games has there been played? Like 14? Ekitike has 3. Gakpo has 3. These are like attackers, you know. Ekitike is the striker. I know he doesn't play all the games, but 3 goals? I don't think there's something wrong with Ekitike. I think there's something wrong with your tactics, your build-up, how the players play when there's actually a team that prepares for them. And Arne Slot calls it like cheating, basically, bro. This guy's a top excuser, you know. He makes excuses for everything and top assists as well too, bro. Like, nobody's assisting this shit. I can get behind this, okay, bro. Maybe they're spread around, but 4 goals for Salah after like 15 games. Good one, bro. I think the form speaks for itself. I think we have to be Liverpool, to be honest. But there's, of course, gonna be like obstacles, which is one of them being at Anfield, and our team, which now is the best team in the world, apart from like Arsenal and PSG, in my opinion. I think we are the 3rd best team in the world, and we have been performing. Like, look at this. Last 7 games, I think, have been wins, and we have the best start since 1929, bro. 1929, yeah. And the similar one was 60 years ago in 61-62. You know how mad that is. And we were saying like 3 weeks ago, because Xabi Alonso has not been like exceptionally well, yeah, in these big games. We all know it, but we still got the wins, apart from the Athletic game, which was embarrassing. But bro, we won the El Clasico. We won 4-0 last game. We won against Juve. We won against Getafe. We won against Villarreal. Now, these games, don't get me wrong, they weren't comfortable. Of course, but we had one man who is gonna destroy Liverpool. We had Kylian Mbappe. And I think he's cheating, bro. I think he has drugs in him. Allegedly, of course. I don't actually think that, but you know how I mean it. 11 started, 11 matches, 13 goals, 2 assists in La Liga. In La Liga. In the Champions League, he has a hat-trick and 1 goal. No, 2 goals. Oh my god, he has 5 goals. So he has 18 goals in La Liga and Champions League. And he has more goals on the international side. What the hell is he doing, bro? Like, what are you doing? And he could have scored about like 6 more goals this season. His XG is actually underperforming slightly. Not underperforming, but like his chance, when you actually watch the games and you watch these chances that he could have been scoring, yeah, and when he gives penalties to Vinny, why are you giving penalties to Vinny, Haiwan? Score goals. He could have been on a hat-trick as well. But bro, this is the destroyer of this team, bro. Like, he's our best player. We are, of course, sitting at 1st in La Liga by 5 points ahead of Barcelona. We beat them in the El Clasico. And yeah, we have been looking better and better so far after that Atleti game. It has been a rocky start in terms of performances, but the results have been there always. And look at this, man. Oh my goodness, this is the best start that I've seen in 60 years, literally, bro. But from my time, yeah, when I started watching football in 2010, I don't think we ever had like a similar start. We, of course, finished on 100 points with Jose, which was crazy. But, bro, we didn't start like this. We didn't start like this, I promise you. And the output is just crazy, in my opinion, bro. 5 assists, 4, and there's multiple people on 4. 13 goals, 5 goals, 3 goals. And then, like, Jude seems to be coming back as well. He was injured. Kamavinga seems to be coming back. He was injured, bro. They performed really well in the El Clasico. And Kylian Mbappe is our best player, which we have to count on him. We have to count on Kylian Mbappe. But let's talk about a little bit on the predicted lineup for Liverpool, which is gonna be Mamardashvili, because Alisson is of course injured. I think he's injured. Robertson, Van Dijk, Konate, Bradley, Gravenberch, McAllister, Soboslai, Salah, Ekitike, Gakpo. Now, I genuinely don't care about anybody in this team other than Virgil van Dijk and Gravenberch, because Gravenberch can literally control games by himself. I rate Gravenberch really, really highly, but once again, I think our midfield can cope, because Franco Mazzatono is not going to be playing. The news have been put out, so I think we are going to rock up with Camavinga at Anfield, which I'm going to, of course, show you in my predicted lineup after. But yeah, I said Virgil van Dijk, of course, defensively, if he has a good game, it's going to be so hard to score. Mamardashvili is not a bad keeper as well, but I would have been more like scared of Liverpool if Alisson was there. Of course, Alisson is one of the best keepers, I think, of all time in this day and age, of course. But Salah, I don't know, bro. He's here, then he's here. He just doesn't seem to be consistent this season at all. His speed isn't there, like, at all as well, and I just don't understand Slot. Why is he playing so far out wide? Like, Salah is supposed to be right here, but no, this season he's here. He's stretching the pitch. This is not Salah, bro. You're asking Salah to do what Vinny does. They're completely different. Vinny stretches the wing. Vinny beats his players. He assists more. He tries to get past players. He tries to overlap, and he just does more on the ball, and he stretches the pitch way more. But Salah, he was like an inside forward, you know. He was like the striker winger, if you call it, the winger who plays more essentially and scores goals. But this season he doesn't seem to do that, and I'm fine with it, you know. Like, you are destroying your team with this. And Gakpo, I don't know, he's been out of form once again. He started the season really well, but I'm not that, like, I genuinely don't think this team can beat us because they just don't have the form. They just don't have the form, and they look tactically bad. They actually look bad. And I think if Xabi Alonso plays with the lineup that I pick in my predicted lineup, I think we can continue this win streak, you know. I think we genuinely can continue this win streak. Last thing I want to talk about, of course, before we get into the predicted lineup. Who is gonna start at right back? Is Trent gonna start? I don't know, man, but Trent says the culture is very different here, but it's good. I like it a lot. Lots of new friends and teammates. I like the weather a lot. Of course you do, bro. England weather, bro. Smelly. But this dropped like right before the Liverpool game, you know. These pages know what they're doing. Of course, Trent is gonna be popular. And why the fuck is Nicky Nicole? What? Yo. Okay, let me chill out. Nicky Nicole, get out of here, bro. Now, back to Trent, of course. I don't think he's going to be starting, you know. I just don't think Xabi Alonso will do that. Maybe he comes off the bench, but I think he's saving him, you know. I think Fede Valverde has been exceptional at right back, which doesn't really play into Trent's cards. And yeah, I just think he's going to save him and play him against Rayo Vallecano, because I think Fede Valverde will need to rotate, and the team will need to rotate a little bit. But yeah, I don't think Trent is actually going to be playing that much. I hope he comes off the bench. I hope. But let's see, man. Let's get into the predicted lineup. My predicted lineup, of course. Now, let's do this. Yes, sir. Now, in the goal, none other than Thibaut Courtois. Of course, I say it every time. The best goalkeeper. Okay, I cannot type his name, no. The best goalkeeper in the world. I have nothing to say about Thibaut, bro. You're the best. Now, as I said before, Valverde at right back. I just don't think Trent is ready. Maybe he's ready, but like, why would we really play him? There's so much pressure on him there. If Xabi Alonso does, okay, bro, you are counting on Trent at Anfield, to be honest, because he's gonna get crazy treatment. Now, Carreras, of course, is gonna be left back. Bro, the goal you scored against Valencia. Oh my days. What a performance as well. Defensively sound. One bad game against Atleti. Then you had a bit of a rough patch, but yeah, you seem to be getting into form once again, and that El Clasico game, wow, it really changed my perception of you. I actually thought after the Athletic game, maybe he's not ready, maybe he should rotate a bit more. No, he's ready. Guys, he's actually like ready for this team, and I like him a lot. He's good all around, you know. I like an all-around fullback, and he's just good on the ball. We needed this all year. Last year we had Fran Garcia. He can't control the ball. And Mendy, bro. Mendy, like, we all know, bro. Yeah. Now, Militao is gonna be playing here, and Dean Huijsen is gonna be playing this other center back. I don't think there's, like, anything other than... like, who is he gonna play? Raul Asensio is not getting into the team, in my opinion, even though he's been performing pretty well. But yeah, Huijsen and Militao, bro, what a partnership. What a partnership, and I do think this is perfect to face off Liverpool. Because Liverpool, if they face off against like a slower defense, you know, a 3-back, they can really hurt you. It showed against Atletico in the first half when they just sit back. You give Salah space, too much space. He's gonna score, bro. He's gonna score. Ekitike was there. Gravenberg, bro. It was so easy for them. So I think if we push up and this defense can get back, if they actually lock in. Okay, we have to be locked in. It's still Liverpool. I know they have been performing bad, but I do trust this defense. In center defensive mid, it's gonna be Tchouameni, the Elefante. He is one of the best defensive midfielders in the world, if not the best. His ball recovery is just great, bro. He doesn't lose his duels at all. And if he gets a little bit better under pressure, he could be the best, you know. He actually could be the best in the world. I really like Tchouameni this season. And yeah, he found a new role in this team under Xabi Alonso. On the left side, it's going to be none other than Vinny Jr. Just don't take penalties and play good football, bro. That's all I want from you. That's it, broski. Now, here it's going to be Arda. Okay, Mamardashvili, bro. Okay, good one, bro. It's going to be Arda Güler, of course. And then it's going to be Jude Bellingham. Jude and Arda, both of them, so far, what they showed me this season, they have been exceptional. Arda has been, of course, better because Jude hasn't really played too many games. But once again, he showed levels in El Clasico, bro. That assist to Mbappe was just crazy good, in my opinion. And he's so underrated. People just think he's a box crasher and he's like an okay midfielder, you know. He can't really defend. He can do everything on the pitch as a midfielder, and he can score goals, assist, he can do everything, and the same goes for Arda Güler, in my opinion. He can play here, next to Tchouameni, he can play on the right, he can play as an 8, as a 10, behind the striker, like on the drift out wide. He's great, so I do think it's gonna be more like, a little bit like this, you know, as the same as we played against Barcelona, to be honest, and Camavinga is gonna be drifting on the right side. I think just because we are gonna need to defend with one more midfielder out wide, and Camavinga did that exceptionally well. He defended his fullback, Balde, he defended Pedri, he was on Yamal in the first half. This was great, so I do think it's gonna be something like this along these lines. Now, let's finish off with the best player in the world, Kylian Mbappe. Yeah, like, what else is there to say? And you have to play good. You played trash, you got body checked by Van Dijk last year at Anfield, and you missed a penalty, bro. So, like, please, bro, please do well. But I do think this is gonna be a win for Real Madrid, and I think we will actually destroy Liverpool. If they play like they did against Palace, Brentford, and these men, if they play open, we are gonna destroy Liverpool. And I do think the man of the match for me is actually gonna be Jude Bellingham. I'm gonna go with Jude Bellingham, that he assists Mbappe once again and scores a goal. So yeah, this was my prediction. So it's gonna be who's gonna score again? So yeah, let's do one Jude goal, one Mbappe goal. Vinny's gonna score as well, and it's gonna end 3-1 with a scrappy Liverpool goal in the end. So 3-1 Real Madrid, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And of course, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a watch along for this game. I cannot miss this game. Huge game. So make sure you tune in. Now, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.